know a registry made angels recorded. Allah's deliverance book can't destroy it. Thoughts, words, and deeds unforgettable, therefore critical. I turn from sin. Gotta strive for purity, regain authority, dethrone the devil. The devil is nothing more to me. An illusion, shadow of a thought. Shadows disappear when light shines on the wall. My light's bright. No, I'm not dim like the night light. The bright light, Prophet Ali in the spotlight. Perfect example, impeccable standards. A lot called manifest love in the flesh. Oh yes, we're blessed. Success won't settle for less. Not my nature, peculiarly favored, highly distinguished. Soul on fire, so I rise like the beams. Can't be extinguished. Who I call on when time's getting tough? Patience to prayer. Who said it wasn't enough? I call them liars, they dwellers of the fire. I won't spare them like tires. Eyes, fire for greatness. What are y'all into? This game of life we defeated is all mental. Let me rekindle an old flame. Higher self, that should be my new name. That's what I'm trying to say. And like the day's end, but there's a lower self. Now I lay him. Ain't paid that mission yet, he's trying to get in. The nerve of him, absurd of him, but give him no energy. He's no kin to me, he's no friend of me. My open enemy, I got permission to slay him on sight. Come from out of the dark into the marvelous light. Yes, yo, look, if you had the chance to write a letter to the prophet, what would you say? I don't know. I ain't gonna write about it. Dear Prophet Overdue Ali, honor to you, highly for me. This is a letter of appreciation. More so, this is a letter, a symbol of dedication. Sacrifice it all. Aim, prophet, aiming, option. Will is never strong. Exercise and strength, develop and thought. Some followed your tag, many came up short, but that's okay. Me, I'm studying yourself, trying to get it right. Give my uncle some help, and he a true soldier. His words, words, and deeds, and proof that he truly like you. And me, I'm just trying to follow suit. Not I'm to follow man, but I'm going to follow you. Let your footprints embedded in the ground. Not a block of wood, cause you treaded the ground. Some boys are insane in the brain, or we can go to the Quran and just say that they can't see themselves, but others see most plain. Chapter 40, verse 6, that'll read the same. I know I ain't perfect, but I stick to the script. Why they scheming and plotting and trying to get rich off the hard-earned wages of the poor in the streets. Charge for nationality cause that's nationality fraud. Seeking to embezzle the faith and they tripping. It's a slippery slope and I see that they slipping. I know Allah's leading and victory is sure. They won't recognize the kingdom until their hearts are pure. Why is it hard to understand? Even if the violent prepare. Prepare, prepare. Why is it hard to understand? Even if the violent prepare. Prepare, prepare. Dear Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Brother Dino was ill, please pardon me. But I just wanted to write through this letter since I started to follow your lessons. My life got better. And no, I never met you on this carnal flesh. But you and I know the truth about this carnal flesh. Since you left, man, we got a whole bunch of sex, bunch of new leaders, bunch of grand bodies, bunch of people say they you, but they really nobody. And even try to say that you ain't bring enough. How dare they even come up with this kind of stuff? Like you ain't work day and night, like you wasn't a prophet who had foresight. But anyway, that's enough about them. Let's talk more about you. How was Mary grew? Or was a girl? I'm slightly confused. Although irrelevant, this is my letter to Drew. An acknowledgement of the things you went through. Why is it hard to understand? You must have been prepared. Prepare, prepare. Why is it hard to understand? You must have been prepared. Prepare, prepare. Yeah, I think we're gonna take it to that land of silence. Hey, everybody, pack your bags, children of the Asiatic nations that fell, they learned to hate, forgot how to love. Children of the corn before 1984, back in 1886, prophet, he was born.
Yeah, here we go. Let me clear my desk up. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't even tripping. I'm about to go in. Let me get my folders ready. We got to talk tonight. Y'all ready?
Matter of fact, they can't be box break down his story. That's the story. One side, there is one truth, just like there's one God. Anything other is false, man. So
Islam family. All right. Hold up.
That's it right there. Yeah, man. This ain't only for Haitian and Jamaican brothers. Not Trinidadian brothers.
All right.
All the Asian.
Okay. Arnell Bay, I see you. Shazoo, I see you. Hold up. Trying to make sure I get right. I got to get right.
You had a little something with me alone. So I had to come back.
All right.
Let's go, man.
Let's go. All right, here we go. Everybody share the link. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Am I too loud? My bad. Let's talk about it. I see some people want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. See some people want to talk about it. Hold on. Let's talk about it. Here I go. Hold on.
Follow instructions, stay included in touch with this 1 gram body. Physique had muscle. Teddy broke a limb, then excuses and crutches. Body part fragments all over the place. Shame and disappointment. All over our faces and nation.
All right.
Just to see the day when unity arrives. Till then we can.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna try to produce this show like it's supposed to be done. I'm a producer. I'm an entertainer. First and foremost, I'm a Moorish American. Let's turn it up. Let's rock out. Let's rock out. Yeah. Can y'all hear that? Huh? Can y'all hear that? They ain't heard. Hey, Moors. It's up. Let they hear me. Let me tell y'all. Y'all made me do it. Ain't want to do it. Try to work with y'all. I was going through it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Same talk. Same bark. No bite. Well, all right. I'm Taharka. Come on, hand that. Hold on. Let me break it down. Let's go back. Because they don't hear me. Hey, fam, they did a show yesterday. They did some shows yesterday. They did a show. It was cute. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Listen.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Listen.
Hey Moors.
Hey Moors. Hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors.
Hey Moors.
It's a new day for the Moors.
Oh yeah. Islam.
It's a new day for the Moors. Check it out.
Y'all made me do it.
It say, y'all made me do it. I ain't want to do it. Try to work with y'all, and I was going through it. Streets. Ain't want to hit the streets. Want to stay in the temple. Want to stay on YouTube. Want to stay on Facebook. Same speech. Same talk. Same bark. But all right. I'm Taharka Bey, and I'm going to handle that. My prophet spoke to me. He said, handle that. Now front and center. Front line. Look at y'all. Wanting mine. But it ain't mine. It's God's plan. Allah plan. Oh, man. Let's go.
Ain't want to do it. Try to work with y'all, but I was going through it.
Let it hit the streets. You want to hit the streets. You want to stay in the temple. Same speech. Same talk. Same bark. No bite. All right. And I'm talking big and I'm going to handle that. My prophet spoke to me. He said, handle that. Now front and center. Front line. Look at y'all. Wanting mine. But it ain't mine. It's God's plan. The law plan. Oh, man. 2016. All you go see is Prophet Noble. True Ali. Old Moors. Step aside. 34. Come on, let's ride. Hey.
It's a new day for
Yeah.
the Moors. Hey, Moors.
Let's go like
Hey,
this.
Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah. Islam.
Yeah.
It's a new day for the Moors.
What's up, family? Yeah. It's a new day for the Moors.
Hey, Moors. Hey, Moors.
We gonna go in tonight.
For the Moors. Oh yeah.
We gonna go in.
It's a new day
We
for
gonna go
the
in.
Moors.
Visit that by a prophet of God. And you need to tell people can't go hard. I'm a more of old. The one who grows elephants over the elves in the cold. Even with the Spain, we arrange to brain. Even try to civilize Spain.
Now cipher 2016. I'm
Yeah.
tell you what this mean. My tassel roll 36.
We going in.
Really think you can tell me what to do.
Watch it.
You know I look up the phone and bang.
I roll with the prophet, I'm a prophet more. Follow the prophets, so I profit more. Stop it more. The holes in the world that make me drop it more. Now drop it more. Let's go
It's
in.
a new day for the Moors.
Let's go in.
Hey, Moors. It's a new day for
Drop
the
it
Moors.
more.
Oh yeah. Islam. It's
Drop
a new
it
day
more.
for the Moors. Yeah.
Where the real Moors at?
It's a new day
Where
for
them
the
true Moors at?
Hey, Moors. Hey, Moors. It's a new day for the Moors.
Oh yeah.
Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Let's get it. Between you and I am the wise that you never met. Hold on.
How you gonna teach it?
Between you and I am the wisest. You could never measure up when your household divided. How you gonna teach anybody but Drew when the people that love you, they don't believe you? They probably think you got some jail religion. You need to wash off that stench of prison. Let's go.
About you when the people that love you, they don't believe you. Probably you got jail religion. Really wash off that stench of prison. Speaking of prison, that's all you attract. And what about the children of y'all at that? Go grab that. I ain't even tripping. I'll show you what happened when a law gives you vision. No government grants. I'll show you what happened when a law gives you vision. No government grants and no food stamps. Let's go. And no food stamps. Behind the little temple for watching the ants.
For watching my prophet and listen to a law. I will be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all. Talking on Moors. Walk around broke. What up is your fault? Oh!
It's a new day.
Yeah, let me turn my phone down.
Hey, Moors.
Yeah.
It's a new day for the Moors. Oh, yeah. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Turn my phone down.
Hey. It's a new day for the Moors.
Let me show y'all something.
Hey, Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh, yeah. Islam. It's a new day for the Moors.
Get in the cold.
Screaming, bragging about our greatness. Third, fourth generation see through the fakeness. They don't really care about the real look Granada.
The primary focus is Gucci, Prada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Nothing, nada. Nothing, 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 nada.
Can't be ladies in their mind, they just caught up in the
Yeah.
past. Sex up a blast on you and your staff.
Let's go. Islam family, how y'all doing? Welcome to another edition. Let me open my screen up a little bit. There we go. What's up, Islam to Bowden Bay? During the day, we're gonna have a good show today. The show today is really about understanding The show today is really about is trying to figure out where are we in 2017 as it relates to us being Moorish American. That's what it is. And if you don't subscribe to the Moorish paradigm, then the question for you would be, where are you in 2017 as it relates to your mentality? Are we still slaves in 2017? We're going to examine that. But in the process of examining that, we also are going to examine what took place just yesterday. If you wasn't there, what I'll do is I will share a piece with you real quick. We're not going to tarry on the coast too long, but if you wasn't there, I'm going to share a piece with you due to the fact that I don't want anybody saying that the one who initiates a lot of confusion, because that's not my thing. My thing is not to initiate confusion. That is not what I do. Maybe I've been taken the wrong way sometimes. I don't know. I'm just passionate about the prophet's teaching. It is what it is. Some of these conversations that I have on Moors World TV are the same conversations that we in the Moorish Science Temple of America on the corners, whether you be a Moor, whether you be a Sunni, whether you be a Christian, whether you be a Mason, whether you be whatever you may be, wherever you are, I'm guaranteed I bet $1 to a donut that these conversations that we had on this show, you have had them before. If you haven't had them, I'm almost guaranteed that you have heard of it. I've heard these conversations before. So last night, brothers went in and they tried to, I could understand if they tried to discredit the show of which I did called Mason, Choose One, and that was the title, or is the Mason Hour thing, or whatever the case may be, whatever the show was. Once I do the show, I keep it moving. But anyway, the brothers go in, and not only do they go in the show, it's a bunch of name calling. Fool, this fool Taharka Bey, they couldn't light a candle or match around this person and that person, these idiots and all of that. And to me, that's just a waste of time. That's just a waste of time to me. Go to the scholarship, prove me wrong, and keep it moving. Now, that's not the case. So let me just play a little bit out of this, just so I can familiarize you with it just a little bit. So I'm going to play a clip out of it real quick. And it's coming. So what you're hearing now, is this is the show. So they play the music at the show. Yeah, kind of like Moors World TV, but you ain't gonna rock out to this. I'm gonna tell you that. So they play the music on the show. Here we go. Now I'm gonna fast forward a little bit and let's let you hear a little bit of commentary. That's it. That's what they say. That's what they say. Hold up. That's what they say. That's their music. Hold up. Let me stop. That's your squad? That's your squad? So anyway, let me fast forward a little bit. This is how they start the show off.
Brother Grimm, did I come through clear or did I sound a little choppy?
You sound a little choppy. Okay, sound a little choppy. His internet messed up a little bit. Mine do that too.
They find a way.
So here they go.
Something that's peaceful and use it.
I'm gonna get off him real quick.
You know, basically that was from the build of March 1960.
So here we go. We're gonna learn. We definitely gonna learn because we going up in the chapter. So let me
on that, brother man.
Yeah, let me jump in on that real quick.
Go ahead.
We're gonna learn in a minute, but I just need to give people an outline why this first 30 minutes of this show I will be talking about a topic. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna just keep building it.
So
the inaccuracy. We gonna prove to y'all present in 1717 at the founding of the Grand Lodge of England.
okay.
So, Moore, look, do me a favor.
We are 360 degrees, so why belittle yourselves?
So here we go.
Consequence of prejudice, for which it is really prejudice against the Negro or our artists.
Well, I just wanted to give y'all a synopsis. That whole show, yeah, he's talking about masonry. Now Lord Abba is supporting masonry. He even says that Lucifer, is nothing wrong with Lucifer. He's just the light. And in that video, he says that there's nothing wrong with worshiping Lucifer. Lucifer only mean daylight star. When the prophet Obadiah Ali teaches us that the lower self breeds hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything is harmed. And yes, I'm going to pull it out because I want to read it to you. That's right. Satan, Lucifer, devil, dragon, and beast. What are some of the names we give the Lord? So Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon, beast. You see, yeah, Shimzu, he said illuminated one. But in the context of Moorish science, it doesn't go together because we're talking about a characteristic. Anyway, I'm going to move on a little bit. And let's just get to it. Let's just get to it. That's what he said. Hey, Judah, that's what he said, Judah. Judah, he said that, look, let me tell you, man. These brothers have went to the far left on this one. And look, much respect due to the brothers. And everybody's going to learn something because I'm going to use this to teach. And that's what I want people to do. I want people to learn something. So let me see. The first thing that I'm going to pull out is, let's see. The first thing that I'm going to pull out is, let's see. Let's try this. This will be the first thing I pull up. Let me open a new page real quick. The first thing I'm going to pull up to just show everybody that, let's do this. Who is this? Let's see. Insert. I'm going to insert a video. And I'm going to link this video real quick and throw it up in here. No, not that one yet.
Again, now you can
not that one yet.
Of this most powerful Mst.
Not that one yet. I want to throw in this one.
Cheeks and the Mst of A.
Okay, let's stop right there. Now I'm a screen share. Now work with me because I want to walk y'all through what I'm doing here, and then we're going to teach this lesson like it's supposed to be taught. So here we go. Right here. Bam. So I want y'all to listen to this. I don't even know what it's going to say at this point, but I know I took a couple of clips because I wanted to just acknowledge these guys because they acknowledge me, and I am humbled. I am very humbled, and I can appreciate them for acknowledging me. So here we go. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Now let it play for a minute. 1 minute.
Not just the Mst of A, just the general masses, period, that believe in all of these whacked out conspiracy theories, then they are going to have to show us where this modern Freemasonry that we have now, though it is a couple of hundred years old, where is it in the formation of Greek civilization or Roman civilization? Now you may say, well, these people had some savage practices. Well, we had some savage practices too, if you're going to put all civilizations into one, monolithic container, and you can't do that, and they'll try to do that because they have absolutely no real intellectual acumen whatsoever. What they have done is repeated a whole bunch of.
So whatever he's saying there really doesn't make a bunch of sense. It really doesn't make a bunch of sense. Now, I'm going to play one more, and then I'm going to go in. I'm going to play one more, and then I'm going to go in. Now, what I want to do is, I'm going to show you that, here it is, right here. My bad. Okay, here we go. Now, listen to this. I want y'all to tell me who this is.
Muhammad. Let us rise for Al-Fatiha. In the name of the Most High God, the Beneficent, the Merciful. In the name of the Most High God, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
Listen to the chat. Listen to the voice.
The praise is due to the Most High God, Lord of the world. Lord of the world. The loving, merciful King. The merciful King. On the day of judgment. On the day of judgment. Thee alone do we worship. Thee alone do we worship. And thee alone do we ask for help.
Let me stop.
Guide us on the straight path.
Guide us on the straight path.
The path of thy blessed one.
Now, what you listen to right there, that is Brother Grimm right there. That is Brother Grimm right there. Now, that's Brother Grimm. He's in the Fahame movement right there. That's one. I want y'all to pay attention to this, right? He's in the Fahame movement right there. Here goes number two.
Well, I put the book out there, and I want y'all to know that I'm in contact with several of our Caucasian.
Hold up. That's number one. I let y'all see here in the Fahame movement. Pay attention. Then this is the guy that tell me I'm crazy.
Well, I put the book out there, and I want y'all to know that I'm in contact with several of our Caucasian brethren. Of our Caucasian brethren. Of our Caucasian brethren.
Of his Caucasian brethren. Listen now, let's rewind. I want y'all, because I'm making a point real quick. Why we wonder why there's so much division in the Moorish Science Temple of America. Until we figure out who's who, it's gonna be like that. Check it out.
Well, I put the book out there, and I want y'all to know that I'm in contact with several of our Caucasian brethren. 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 And they told me flat out, they said, brother, we agree with you more than we disagree with you. Talk about high degree Freemasons, high degree Freemasons, high degree Freemasons, high degree Freemasons. And they know they even want to publish my next book. But I think about that.
Now, why did I just play that? Why did I just play that? I just played that to show that this is why we have the problems. We have the problems because we as Moorish Americans, we are all over the place. He just said that his Caucasian, he doesn't even use European, I don't think. He said his Caucasian, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, my bad. His Caucasian brethren. Then he said he's connected to some high up Freemasons. This is what has crippled us as a people from the beginning. Now, we also got the brother Lord Abba and the brother Ali Bey. They support this when just months ago they was fighting hard tooth and nail for true Moorish science. That's what they were saying. Yeah, I did. I didn't know this. Brother Brett Hicks, when they came at me, brother, I had to do my research. And it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Absolutely, I co-signed them. Because before I knew, it said the Prophet Noble Ali teaches us that a man doubteth often. A wise man know everything but his own ignorance. Everything but his own ignorance. I don't know everything, but I do know that I don't know everything. I'm going to tell you again. I don't know everything, but I do know that I don't know everything. You follow me? So I'm just saying, brother, I'm getting to a point where as though when we begin to build Moorish science, when we begin to build for Moorish science, we have to know who's who and what. That's right, Brad Hicks Bey. Put that Bey back on, brother. That's right. Put that Bey back on. You know what I mean? And then the brother said, did not Europeans come from us? They came from us, but they're not us, brother. A polar bear came from a grizzly bear. Is it still a grizzly bear? A white fox came from a red fox. Is it still a red fox? Come on, man. And now I don't want to spew as if I'm hating anybody because I don't have nothing against Europeans. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I don't hate anybody. So I don't want you to keep on putting emphasis on the race thing because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the Prophet Noble Drew Ali came with a plan. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali came with a plan, and that plan was specifically designed and tailor-made for our problems. Why would I have to refer? And a human being is still a human being, my brother. The human being is still a human being, my brother. You know what I mean? But in the context in which the Prophet Noble Drew Ali founded the Moorish Science Temple of America, that is what we're talking about here. That is what we're talking about. No, my brother, that's my fellow man. My brother, man, are those who believe and have come from where I come from. That's just where I'm at with it. I have nothing against nobody else. You know what I mean? Now, let's do this. So, last but not least, if you go and watch, I'm going to do a presentation on it. I'm not going to spend a lot on it. But if you go and check the video or when I do my presentation, you'll be able to see what laws were broke. You'll be able to see that. You know, I'm not going to spend an hour and a half talking about this nonsense. I'm not going to do that. What I came to show you is that are we slaves in 2017? And the problem is that we all have problems, but when our problems cause us to separate and divide ourselves, the problems get more big. Now, do I have a problem? Do I have a problem with them, brother? I'm going to take some questions. I see a lot of people got some questions. So I'm going to take some questions in a minute, then I'm going to move on. So, one brother say Muhammad was the seal, but not the last. Okay, great answer, brother. I appreciate y'all. Now, what the time is this? The time is for us to unite. It is what it is. Now, let me say this. Do I have anything against those brothers? Absolutely not. I just disagree to the degree that we have the solution that was given by Almighty God, i.e. Allah, through his holy prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's it. I believe Prophet Noble Drew Ali has the total answer for us. That's me. That's what I believe. And Brother Wayel, More Science TV in the building. I will come on the show, but I don't do the name calling, King. If you be respectful, I didn't call you no names. I don't call names. Brother, you was just on Facebook. I'm not going to use this show for that. Anyway, the question is, let's examine. Now, my brother Wayel, he pulls out these books. I got books. I didn't see not one Moorish science doctrine. Not one Moorish science doctrine. I'm going to come at you from a Moorish science point of view. I am a Moorish American Muslim. And I'm going to come from a Moorish science point of view. But let me ask some questions. First of all, Shezmu, are separated from other nations. Or you mean, are we separated from other nations? Absolutely, brother. We are separated from other nations, but we don't have to be separated from one another. If we say we believe in the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, then we should fight to work together. We shouldn't fight for division. And if we disagree, then so what? It's not that serious. Find out what we can agree on, but going around calling each other idiots, calling each other, I mean, come on, man. Anyway, you kicked me a bunch of stuff on social media. Man, listen, I'm not going to answer all this stuff. Let's get into the lesson. The lesson is, are we slaves in 2017? My answer to that is absolutely, emphatically, to some degree, yes. Yes. Why do I say that we are slaves? Why do I say that we are slaves in 2017? I'm going to read what the prophet said. Let me pull out my documents. I'm going to read what the prophet said. And we let the prophet Noble Drew Ali answer our question for us. And that's what I'm going to pull out right now. I'm going to pull out the divine warning of the prophet. And as I pull out the divine warning of the prophet, I'm going to split screen real quick. And this is what the prophet Noble Drew Ali said. He says, the citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are all of one family, bearing one free national name. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classed as undesirables and are subject to all inferior names and abuses and mistreatments that citizens care to bestow upon them. Here we go. And it is a sin for any group of people to violate the national constitution and laws of the free national government and cling to the names and principles that allude to slavery. Now let's ask ourselves, what are these names? Why do people seem to think that the names only is Negro, Black, and colored? He said, cling to the names. He didn't describe a name. These names are names that have been placed upon you. We have never called ourselves Negro and titled ourselves that. We have never titled ourselves Black, and I declare we have never titled ourselves or self-imposed on ourselves titles as Masons. That's the European degree, and that's why everybody mad. Everybody mad because I'm saying that wasn't us. They mad because they said that wasn't us. I'm saying that wasn't us. Now, if you want some, hey, Shimzu, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with masonry. When we don't chase it back to ancient Egypt, it is something wrong with it because it wasn't called that. And now I'm about to share with you another clip real quick while I grab my Quran. You know what I mean? Because if you're telling me there's nothing wrong with masonry, I'm telling you there's something wrong. There's something wrong because we created a special degree for Europeans. And why are we going back to buy it from them? Huh? Why? Why are we going back to purchase it from Europeans? Why? When we got our own. And I'm about to share our own right now. We got our own. You know, pay attention, family. Pay attention.
Most powerful mastaba of Meruka.
This is real.
Right here inside of Mastaba,
before it was called masonry.
300 rooms.
This was before it was called masonry. Pay attention. We're not getting nothing from Europeans. This is us.
Look how large it is. And we're talking about going the old kingdom. And he was a Tajeti, or what is known as a vizier for Teti. Now, what was his job? What did he do? He looked over all the others who were the builders of the mastabas. He also was the overseer of the crafts in the area. Now, what relationship can we connect that to what we know today?
Hold up. Hold up. Y'all know who that is? Huh? Y'all know who that is? Let me put my screen back up. Y'all know who that is? Huh? All right, hold on. Hold on. We ain't finished yet. Hold on 1 second. Because we're gonna show you the real deal of what a Mason is for real. You know, I mean, before they were called Masons. You know, before they were called Masons. Let's play it out.
Go to school for 40 years to become the Grand Master.
Hold up.
He was what you would call.
Let's get it right.
Master of all the crafts, all the workers in this area. So
this is true. This is before. Hold up. Let me stop. Let me stop, y'all. Family. The reason why I got a problem with Masonry, because they always trace themselves back, asking the Europeans to give them charters to practice something, when they need to just study ancient Kemet. They need to just study ancient Egypt and stop going back to them Europeans asking for something when it's already ours. We packaged it and gave it to the Europeans for their earthly salvation. We need to return back to what's ours for our earthly and divine salvation. Let's go.
Equivalent to somebody like Imhotep, but he was for Teti. Now, of course, to become such a high status, you had to go to school for 40 years to become the Grand Master. He was what you would call a son of light. The son of light was achieved by opening up of his mind.
Listen, family.
His pineal gland. The position that you will see of all the Grand Masters, such as Taharka, is with his left leg forward. And many of the other kings, you always see the left leg forward. Why is the left leg always forward? The left leg is forward, first of all, because the heart is on the left side, and they must trample down evil.
Listen, family. Listen, family. We don't have to go to no Europeans.
So you must walk with his left foot forward to trample down evil so his heart can go forward. See, as you trample it down, then your heart will go forward. So this was the purpose of the left leg forward, to trample down evil for his heart to go forward. Later, the European military took this from Kemet.
Pay attention.
Right, left, right, left, right. This is where that came from.
Pay attention.
This African here also has the apron. That's the symbol, and he also has the collar. Now look at that very closely, because you know this guy. His name is George Washington. He has his left leg forward. Look at the collar and the apron. Where did it? Now you have come back, all the way back, and seeing the origin. But we want to show you where this came from. This didn't start in no 1717 tea house in England.
This ain't starting no 1717, Abba. You was just in the chat. You was just talking about some 1717 in that video last night. This ain't starting no 1717. Let's go. Let's watch.
This was the 360
learn
degrees what we had, not no 33 degrees.
Not no 33 degrees, Abba.
These were the true Grand Masters. This is the origin. So why would you go back to Jerusalem with Solomon's temple, supposedly where Hiram Habib was the Grand Master for Solomon of 900 years BC? Brothers and sisters, this is over 4,000 years ago. There was no Hiram Habib yet. There was no Solomon yet. So why should we be worshiping them? Because we have lost our story.
What?
This is where it all began, Masons.
What?
Huh? This is where it all came from. This is the true worshipful Grand Master that stood in the northeast corner where you are.
Come on, LaShonda. No, LaShonda. This is where Prince Hall.
Order came from.
This is what? Do I need to play it again?
So we got all kinds of levels.
I'm not going to play it again. Rewind.
But this is where it came from. And that's why they put this symbol on the dollar bill. They knew where the light of the knowledge came from.
The light is not in no Scotland.
Here where you are, brother.
Ain't no light in Scotland.
You saw up on that hill. Why were they using these symbols? Now you understand why we were not allowed to deal with Kemet. We must take the key and unlock the sacred knowledge.
Go to Kemet. Study Kemet.
Brothers and sisters, we come back.
Keep going to Scotland. Scottish right.
To bring you up to the living perpendicular to who we are as an African people. That's what we're trying to do here, brothers and sisters. Okay, let's see if we can find some Mararukas in here. Shaka Mst of A, Shango, why don't you come on up here for a minute, brother?
Hey, we're going to watch this. We're going to learn today. We're going to learn today.
Brother. Up here to the top. Walk on up there, brother. Turn around. And
you're going to learn today.
Put your left foot forward.
Go to the sky.
The Shaka Mst of A, Shango. Look at that. Look at that. Spirit.
You're going to learn today.
Brother got the same jaw structure.
We're going to learn today.
Everything.
We don't need to go to no Europeans. We got it.
Well, he got his intact.
Go back to the source. You're going to learn today.
All these ones.
The power. Yeah, the power. There he is. There he is, right there. Maruka. All right. The most powerful clothing that the Grand Masters, the Son of Light, could put on their bodies was what is called the wasket, the collar, as you see him wearing right here. You see Maruka. You see where the Grand Master's grip of the lion's paw. See the lion's paw on Maruka? You see the paws right there? For those that may be in masonry, when you know, and the third degree, the Grand Master's grip of the lion's paw was supposedly when Solomon grabbed Hiram and raised him up. But look at the,
you're gonna learn today.
Maruka was the Grand Master's. Look at the Grand Master's grip of the lion's paw. Look at the lion's paw right there. See on his garment right there? His collar. This is where the origin of the Grand Master's grip of the lion's paw came from. Also, this game is called Senet. Now you can see where chess came from.
You're gonna learn today.
Okay.
Keep on defending them Europeans. You're gonna learn today.
Chess. Now you can understand where the name chess, where chess came from Senet.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You're not playing, man.
Ruka of the 6th dynastic period over 4,000 years ago. But look at this. You see him with the collar and the apron because he was truly the grand master of his time. Now you can understand where George Washington with his left foot forward, the apron and the collar.
Let's go. Let's go. You're going to learn today.
But yet you know the secret. Tell me about Maruka then.
What about Maruka? Not Prince Hall.
Tell me about Tell me about May. We had this thousands of years of knowledge, Brother Mason. I don't mean nothing disrespect, but we must open up to who we are unless we stay eternal slaves. Let's go back to the craft of Ra.
That's right.
Let's go back to the Grand Master.
That's right.
Who taught for thousands of years.
The real Grand Master. Not them European brethren you talking about.
African architect of the present day Masons, like in St. Louis. Here you can see they got the step pyramid from Saqqara Imhotep of the African architect Masons, as they said in their Freemasonry magazine. Let's go after this, even the lotus columns and everything. Even if you were to go inside of white folks' Western Freemasonry, here they talk about the 1st degree, 2nd degree, 3rd degree of entering apprentice. And the 3rd degree is the Blue Lodge. And the Blue Lodge is supposed to be the Grand Master. How can you be a Grand Master in the 3rd degree? Our ancestors said you went to school for 40 years to become a son of light, of 360 degrees of a Grand Master. And now they're going to say 3rd degree, and then they're going to have all these white folks on here.
What?
Imhotep's not on here.
What?
You got the Scottish Rite Order, and then also the York Rite Order, and the Scottish Rite, York Rite, and the Royal Arch Rite, and Knights Templar make up what they call the 3rd degree. But nothing is on here about Imhotep, Amenhotep, the son of Hapu, of light, of 360 degrees of a Grand Master.
What are you talking about, Abba?
Third
talking
degree,
about 360
and then
degrees is nothing.
All these white folks on here. Imhotep's not on here. You got the Scottish Rite Order, and then also the York Rite Order, and the Scottish Rite, York Rite, and the Royal Arch Rite, and Knights Templar make up what they call the 33rd degree. But nothing is on here about Imhotep, Amenhotep, the son of Hapu, May, Penra, African Grand Masters who lived thousands of years before white folks' Western Freemasonry. But at the same time, the daughters of the Nile and the Shriners, they use everything of Africa to make up their structure of Freemasonry, but don't give credit to where they stole it from.
Say what? Say what?
They got an order in the 13th degree called the Royal Arch Order of Solomon. But that Royal Arch Order, brothers and sisters, can be found right there in the Kemetic Nile Valley. The archers and Medina Habu to Osama Atwa for Tepid Law as I'm standing in a position called the Ka Nisi Amsu. That means that we must walk with our left legs forward to trample down white supremacy for our spirits to go forward. So that is called the Ka Nisi Amsu. On the Hecheru, you see our ancestors carved over 3,000 years ago in the Ka Nisi Amsu to trample down evil for the heart to go forward. That's what we as black men have got to walk and the Grimmillion Sioux to trample down white supremacy for our spirits to go forward. Look at the Grimmillion Sioux and see that their sketch of the grand hailing sign is based off of your
Come on, man. That's the prophet
This
Drew
is
Ali.
what they called
There he
them
go.
over 3,000 years ago.
There he go.
More sacred than what you
Say
did.
no
They
joke,
still
man.
have their initiation in the Western secret society with
Come
the
on,
left
man.
foot forward and walk to trample down evil for the walk,
That's
the
enough,
heart
man.
to go forward.
Turn my
This is
mic
their
around,
military training, left, right, training the Marines and
Let me
initiation
stop, man.
into the secret.
Let me stop, man. Let me stop, man. Let me stop, man. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me break it down. Because what I'm trying to do is, I'm only trying to teach. I'm only trying to teach. And my problem is that we give Europeans too much credit. So the question is, are we still slaves? Absolutely. If we bypass Kemet and went straight to the European, absolutely you a slave. Absolutely you a slave. If you discounted and did not give Kemet props, if you wearing something that is not of our origin and that is designed by the European, absolutely 1,000% you are a slave. Absolutely. If you wearing something that has been flipped, repackaged, revised, and sold back to you, you are a slave. And that's why we are so divisive. That's why we always at each other's throat. That's why we can't get along. That's why when I say something, you take it so personal, because you cannot use the tools that was given to you by Europeans. But if you listen to what the prophet Drew Ali told you about the tools, you could circumscribe or put your passions within the bounds of righteousness, and you wouldn't get so mad. So are we slaves today? You absolutely right. You absolutely right. Nothing but slaves. Nothing but slaves. Hold on, Shimzu. We going back in. Brother, this ain't no Turkish hat. Matter of fact, I got that degree waiting for you. Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. I got the degree waiting for you. I got the degree up waiting for you. I know you types. Islam, peace and love, family. Can you hear me? Islam. I don't know what that was all about, but it might be them people. But listen, what I'm saying is, hey, brother, and I'm not going into the fans thing, but let me show you something real quick, my brother. I got that on deck too. And guess where I got it from? Guess where I got it from, my brother? Guess where I got it from? Let me show you this. Guess what? I'm gonna show you that I don't have no beef with no brothers. Let me show you something real quick, but I ain't gonna go into it. Guess who I give honor to? This is the Fez degree right here. Tracing the origin of the Fez. And guess who I got it from? I don't hate on no brothers. I don't hate on no brother. We give you that degree later. Sheikh Way L. Right here. We'll give you that degree later. That's one of my favorite degrees on the Fez. I just want to represent the truth. That's it. One of my favorite degrees on the Fez. It's a brief synopsis and history of the Fez presentation by the brother Way L. So I don't hate on no brother. I don't hate on no brother. I just kicks the truth. I just kicks the truth. I got it on deck. I study Way L work. So you can't tell me I hate on somebody and I study their work. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. Hey, Shimzu, the hat may look different because the Fez has taken all different particular variations throughout history. That's taken variations, brother. Islam, peace and love.
Islam, this is brother.
I can't hear you, brother.
Where he's going in on Freemasonry.
I can't hear you, brother.
I said This is Brother Z Grimmillion L. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well, brother. All right, brother, check this out. We got my brother Grim in the building. We're going to see if we can communicate like brothers. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but I want my brother to have his say because it's in the beginning, there was never attack on Grimmillion L. There was never attack on the Masonic brothers. There was never attack. There was only me dispensing information because this is one of the topics that always comes up whenever you walk around with affairs. So with that being said, come on, my brother. What's going on, Grimmillion L? Peace.
Look, I want to say peace and love to all your listening audience. And the first thing that I would like to address is this, right? I tuned into your show, and I saw you play a video of me at the Pelican Council of Deliberation, and you played the loop where it say Caucasian brethren, right?
Yeah.
However, I would appreciate if you play actually the whole video. The title of the video was the
African Origins of Freemasonry. Exactly.
No. The name of that was the African Origins of the Double-Headed Eagle. And I was presenting to 32nd and 33rd degree Masons how that symbol itself came from the Chaldeans. The same thing that I did last night, proving that before the establishment of the Grand Lodge of England, that there were these Chaldean Afro-Asiatics, if you will, that was living there in Britain. And it's kind of funny how, you know, like Moors would talk about how Moors is all over the planet. And then when it comes to something like Freemasonry, you know, individuals, you know, Moors, and a lot of the assessments that you have made, y'all turn around and say, oh, it's European.
No, listen to me, Graham. Listen to me, Graham. Graham, can I catch that thought? Can I catch that thought?
Be quiet. My thing is this. You are playing Ash Rock crazy, right?
Absolutely.
You playing Ash Rock crazy as if my assessment and if Wade L. and Ali Bey's assessment is different from the assessment of Ash Rock crazy.
No, let me tell you the difference. Let me catch the thought. Let me catch the thought. I'll let you carry on. You know how I do, brother. It ain't disrespectful. I just want to catch the thought. The difference is that you are a part of an organization that is founded out of Scotland. Ashra-Kwesi, it went straight to the source. So I'm saying that why don't we go straight to the source? Even Lord Abba says that, and I'm gonna let you go, brother. Even Lord Abba says he started talking about the 1700s, and you just now say we act like the Moors wasn't there. Well, how about the Moors gave them a portion for them, and we need to go deeper. What was designed by our foreparents for us? How about that?
Well, the bottom line is this. That is exactly what we are doing. So what you're doing, brother man, is trying to use reverse psychology.
Nah, brother.
Audience believe that we are doing something different.
Brother, you just called your opinion. You said my Caucasian brethren.
Absolutely, brother man. You just said that we are all humanity, correct?
Yeah, but the Prophet Noble Ali teaches me. Come on, brother. You know.
Hey, look, check this out. On the Moorish Guide of 1928, right? If you have any copies of them, because I do.
Absolutely.
They said on one of the actual copies of the Moorish Guide, what they call Prophet Noble Ali, they call him the invincible teacher of human equality.
I agree with that. But you know what? We are turning over the church and all of this stuff to the pale-skinned nation of Europe, brother. It's not saying that there's not a brotherhood of man. That's not what we're saying. T-Duck, you on point. We're not saying there's not a brotherhood of man, but in the context of what the Prophet Noble Ali brought, we are the children of one father and the breast of one mother provided for by her care. He's talking about us, Asiatics. He's not talking about no pale-skinned nation of Europe.
It's funny. Go ahead, Mr. Bey.
I just want to ask a question to Taharka. Is it possible that you can let the brother finish his thought before you jump in? I'm just asking. I mean, if it's not possible, it's not possible.
Brother, it is possible, but when he get long-winded, I don't want to give 5 or 6 thoughts away. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to do my best, my brother. Come on.
I don't get long-winded, brother, man. But anyway, let's talk about the whole context of what Noble Drew Ali was talking about the pale-skinned nations of Europe, correct? Now, you know, a lot of people take Noble Drew Ali's teachings and things of that nature, and they use it and they hurl it against brothers when it's convenient for them to hurl that thing against brothers. But did not, in the same breath, did not Noble Drew Ali say the Europeans is helping me?
Absolutely, brother. Don't take that out of context, though.
No, wait, brother man. You say you was gonna let me finish my thought. Noble Drew Ali went to the governor's inauguration, correct?
Absolutely.
Do you know that simultaneously that governor, that Noble Drew Ali went to his inauguration, that man served as the governor and simultaneously the Grand Master of the Grand Lodge of Illinois? Do you know that Oscar the Priest was a 33rd degree Mason?
And I'm going to speak on that.
The commander of his organization, he was all them brothers surrounding him was Masons, members of fraternal organizations.
Okay. Can I respond?
Go ahead.
Bro, all the people that are in power most likely are a fraternal organization. If we are good, let me finish. Most of the people that are in power are in positions at probably fraternal orders. Most of them. That's my perception. Now, why would the prophet intermingle with them? Because the prophet was a mover and shaker. The prophet was a mover and shaker. There's always been Masons in the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's nothing new. I can show you pictures of people in Philadelphia with fezes back in the 40s. I can show you Kirkman Bay. That's not the point. The point is that the prophet Noble Drew Ali is a holy and divine prophet. He brought us everything that we need, and we need to get away from this nonsense. Excuse me if I offend anybody. We need to stick to the prophet because he came with an unapologetic version of what we need to save ourselves. We don't need to go behind closed doors. And brothers talk about the chamber and all that. No, all of those energies can be spent into building what the prophet set up.
The chamber, with the chamber, and particularly the way people are using it now, absolutely it's a closed door. Read question 55 of the questionnaire. Question 55 tells you, asks you what's the name of the first physical man, and it tells you that it cannot be used except by executive rulers of the AC of the Mst of A.
Okay, do you know what that means?
Listen. You talking about? I know what it means. Remember, you come from Bailey Ale. I came from Braswell Bay. Those dudes was in the same house together. So for the most part, brother man, you and I have the same adept information. So, brother man, what you are doing is really kind of like going around in circles to try to prove a point. But, I would appreciate, like, if you give, like, a scholarly point for point.
I'm not.
To the show we did last night.
Listen, I will. No. Listen, I will give a scholarly point for point. And I already chopped the video up, and I'll upload it probably next week. I will give you a scholarly point for point. That's not hard. See, the thing is, brother, on this show, I actually point people into the direction. I don't try to give people the complete information. I just try to point people. And so now I want people to go and check out Astroquazy and compare it to what you were saying last night. I point people in the direction because what you were saying last night, you was indirectly giving Europeans more credit than they deserve.
No, I did not.
Okay. Brother, you read a book. You read a book last night by Higgins. Higgins was a racist, brother.
Higgins was not a racist.
I can prove it to you, and I'm going to prove it when I put out my video.
Look, Higgins, let's say Higgins was a racist, right?
Exactly.
His book, Calypsis, unashamedly admitted that the original people of the planet Earth were the members of the Asiatic nation.
Right. That's right.
So what the problem is?
I'm gonna give you the problem.
You say, look, See, that's the thing.
But let me give you the problem. Let me respond, please.
This is what you're doing, brother man. I'm gonna tell you what you're doing.
No, let me respond. Don't tell me what I'm doing. Let me respond.
Listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna shut up. What you are doing is you saying, Brother Grimmillion got a new pair of Jordans, but they got a little bitty scuff on there.
No, that ain't no new pair of Jordans, man. That's a hand-me-down. That ain't no new pair of Jordans. But listen, let me respond. When you say that Higgins said that we are basically the original founders of civilization, Higgins also say, and I will show this in my slide, Higgins also says that as the people moved westward and they turned, basically, they became European or Eurocentric, that they became smarter than those of the old world. He says that on the same book you was reading last night. It says it in that book that basically when people migrated and as they went, the further they went west, the smarter they became. You know what he was saying? In the same book.
Look, check this out.
He was saying that Europeans are smarter than us.
Look, check this out.
In the same book.
Okay, check this out. Let me ask you a question, Taharka. How is that germane to the fact that I use that particular research to show that Godfrey Higgins unashamedly admitted that the Afro-Asiatics or Asiatics was the original people, and these ancient, quote-unquote, using his terminology, Negro Chaldeans went into Europe and lived all throughout the British Isles and Britain, and how these people lived in Europe.
I can get all that.
The founders, let me finish, and they were the founders of Freemasonry. Now you bring in Ashwaquazi, into this. So let me say something about that. Ashwaquazi, if you will, is coming from the Kemetic perspective, which I respect. However, my dynamic is really not the Kemetic, but yet just showing how they had different tribes universally of people who basically went into Europe.
Hey, brother, why are you so caught up on Europe? Why don't we just go to Kemetic and teach the science of the gods? Why are you so caught up on Europe?
Did not Noble Drew Ali talk about us being all over? Did not.
But why are you? But this is 2017. Are we slaves in 2017? Go straight, study Kemet and break down the Kemetic science.
Did not Jesus appear to the Greeks?
Brother, why are we? There we go. Still talking about these Europeans. Didn't Jesus go to the Greeks? But we want you to go to the Asiatic, brother.
I am. Government, I published a book called
Brother.
Freemasonry.
Hey, brother.
Really a mute argument.
Hey, brother Grimmillion, I'm sorry. Brother, let me tell you something. Let me say this first and foremost. Grim, you are my brother. I'm sorry that you feel as though that I apologize that you feel as though that I was coming out against you, because that wasn't the case. And you still gonna feel that. It's okay. My other brother on the phone, brother, this is my personality. I don't mean to cut people off and be so rude, but brother, I get worked up and I get to talking. It's not personal to me. I hope y'all don't take it so personal. Nevertheless, carry on, brother Grim.
Yeah, but you came in the chat. Hold on, you came in the chat, brother man, and you also made fun of my profession that I do and presented me like I was an Uncle Time because I'm a paramedic firefighter.
What did I say? I didn't say nothing about your job.
You did, brother man.
That wasn't me, brother. That wasn't me, brother. You're mistaken.
And check this out.
I think that's a noble, honorable job. What's wrong with you?
Look, let me say something, brother man. Like, and a lot of, not just you, a lot of Moors, I'm okay as long as I'm defending Noble Drew Ali. But when Moors are mad at me, I'm the dirty.
I've never called you a dirty Moor. Don't say that about me. I've never called you a dirty Moor.
Okay, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other Moors. But this to anybody who feel that way. Let's just say hypothetically, Moor, that we built the Moorish Asiatic community. You think we're going to have a community with buildings and people and elders and children, and we not going to have nobody in the healthcare and the emergency field?
But, brother, I never said that to you. I think you're mistaken, brother. I think that's an honorable, noble position, and we need people like you so you can help teach the nation to do what you do. What are you talking about?
Right.
That wasn't me.
No, and when people make that, they never think about
That wasn't me, brother.
the Asiatic community, and nobody never even say, well, Grimmillion L saved Asiatic lives at the least once a week. Nobody said that. That was an Uncle Tom nigga Mason.
I never said that to you, brother. I've never called you or Way Ill one name.
Look, when I ran into a 400-degree building last week and pulled the little Asiatic girl who the building was on the point of flashover. If you don't know what flashover is, look it up. Who did that? Grimmillion L.
Hey, brother,
No,
I've never.
General statement.
Brother, I have never said nothing about that. Even Way Ill. Way Ill, he just went on my page on Facebook and took pictures of my family, said, look at this hypocrite. I ain't say nothing. I started naming who the people in the picture. My brother, my mother, that's my cousin Key Queen. I don't care. My whole family know who I am. But I never called Way Ill a hypocrite. I've never.
I want to address that for this song, brother. I want to address that first, and then I want to ask you a question. The reason why I put those pictures in the chat, and it's crazy how you try to twist it and make it.
I don't know, brother. You call me a hypocrite when you put them up, though, King.
The flyer says, where is their fez? This is what the flyer says.
Right.
Basically saying that we've given up on the movement.
No. Okay.
We don't have fezzes on. Wait. We don't have fezzes on when we did the video last night. So what I did was I went to your pictures and showed that you didn't have a fez on, and you standing with Sharif Bey and some of them pictures. He didn't have a fez on. So then your comeback was, well, I wear my fez in the. This is me in the community. So I showed you a picture of how I look in the community. Matter of fact, I posted a video to show you how I look in the community, fezzed up, doing service to the underserved people of my city. So, and that's why I called you a hypocrite. Because how can you say that we didn't have our feathers on last night for a Google hangout, that we have somehow turned our back?
Brother.
That's asinine.
No, brother. That wasn't what I was saying. The point of what I was saying is.
Yeah, like we slaves now. But here's my question. Here's my question to Taharka Bey.
Yes, sir, my brother.
The question is this. Can you play the clip? Because earlier you said that I said it was okay to worship Lucifer, which I never said. So can you play the clip?
Brother, I don't my stuff all mixed up now, brother, but I'm going to have all of that stuff rigged up for next week when I do this presentation. I'm going to upload the video. I'm going to have it all loaded up. But what did you say about Lucifer last night? About the shining star, morning star? What you say, brother?
You want me to? Okay, this is exactly what I said.
Come on. I don't have to play it. You can tell us. We believe you.
The five-pointed star in the middle of our flag represents Lucifer.
Oh my goodness.
It's Venus.
Oh my goodness. Stop it, Abba. Stop it.
You don't understand what it means.
Abba, the prophet teaches us what Lucifer is. How you going to say it means Lucifer and when the prophet tells us what Lucifer is, brother? Stop it.
Listen to me, beloved. Listen to me, beloved. You don't
brother, you twist. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We're going to do a part 2 to the show. We're going to get into Lucifer. We're going to get into Albert Pike's words because you tried to put that out there as if he was talking about worship the devil. And Albert Pike gives an excellent dissertation on this that you've never read.
Albert Pike started the Ku Klux Klan. What are you talking about?
Albert Pike did not start the Ku Klux Klan. You don't need, brother, you're not studying, beloved.
Hey, brother, okay. Listen.
That's not true.
Did Albert Pike have anything to do with the KKK?
No, brother, man.
Okay.
He's not a Klan.
All right, listen.
It has nothing to do with the Klan.
Okay. When you finish, I'm going to have all that in the video. I'm writing these notes down.
Hey, the Ku Klux Klan was started by some young Confederates.
Look.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Do it, Albert Pike, bro.
Okay. Well, I stand to be corrected if y'all right, but we're gonna bring that up anyway. He was a grand wizard. That's what the brother say in the chat. But I'll check that too.
That's misinformation, bro.
Come on, man. Why y'all defending Europeans so much?
Let me.
What's wrong with y'all? Tell me something about Kemet, Abba. All that studying you do.
Albert Pike.
Look, I was just about to say that. Look, man.
Y'all defending them.
Ain't nobody defending
Y'all defend him. I say he's a worshipful master. He's y'all master teacher. And y'all defending him.
Hey, Taharka, look, let me, I'm going to talk about this more on my show, too, because
I know you're going to keep on talking about, this is the last time I'm going to talk about y'all, though. I ain't got nothing else to say about y'all. Y'all brothers.
Calm down, brother, man. You apologize. You apologize to me. I accept your apology, brother, man. Calm down.
Y'all need, what y'all need to do, let me, can I give you some advice? Brother, please. When y'all go live, calling people idiots and all that, that don't come off too good, brother. I'm serious.
It don't. You know why it don't come off too good, brother, man?
I don't mind if you call me that, but it doesn't.
You do. This is what you do and what you have been doing, right? You have become like this thing started off really good, Taharka. But what you do, bro, you have become very provocative, right? And what you do is you like stick brothers with pins, right? And then jump back and be like, oh no, brother, I love you, we good, brother, man. You know, that's not.
Bro, I've never called you out your name, brother. When have I stuck you with a pin, brother? Never.
You know, you don't have to call nobody. You don't have to call nobody a name, brother Scorpio.
I've never called anybody a name. I listen to Ali Bey, who's on the line, say y'all believe, and didn't prophet say, y'all prophet said. I went to listen from 3 months ago. He was riding, y'all was riding. Now y'all saying that y'all prophet say, he said this. Didn't y'all say this? Didn't y'all say that? And then I'm looking at Abba, who is a staunch defender of the prophet Noble Ali, letting that stuff pass over Buddy.
What are you talking about?
Brother, when y'all was talking about the prophet last night, y'all was saying, y'all, this, that, and the other. Y'all, and this, man, come on, man. Y'all prophet.
This is my contention, brother, man.
Come on, man, you heard it.
My contention is this. We presented the research, and I want everybody to go back and watch the show. It's called Who Are the Original Master Masons? It's on a tribe-attaining. Look at all of the information in Taharka. You know how Grimmillion AO roll, bro.
Brother, I know you sharp. I never said you wasn't.
But check this out. When we did the rebuttal to the things that you were saying on that show, brother, man, I took like about 6 or 7 pages of notes, and that show was 4 hours, brother, man, and the show we did was only 4 hours, and we only covered like 1.5 pages of the notes that I took from your show, brother, man. So you know that if you're gonna make a claim or whatever, you know that I'm Away L, right, and myself and Ali Bey, we gonna come from the research. And you know, a lot of people, like, you know, and this is the problem that I have with Moors for years. You could do the research, right? And when you prove yourself according to the research, Moors take basically the words of Noble Ali and twist it and try to use it against you in the face of the research. And that's not fair.
Brother, I don't do that. You know what I do? Brother, I've never presented any research. That's why y'all say I'm not studying. I never presented any research. I point people in the direction. So that's all I do.
Check this out.
That's all I do.
If that was the case, that picture when you showed me in my regalia, right, talking to all of those 33rd degree Masons, why you kept looping the thing, you know,
because I want
talking about his Caucasian. How come you didn't play the content?
Brother, because I want people to know that you said you know some high up Masons, and those high up Masons is the same people that enslaved my people. That's why.
No, brother, man.
That's why. Now go ahead and defend them Europeans all you want, but those high, you say you know Masons high up, and they want to publish your book. Those same high up Masons are the same people who enslaved my people.
Yes, sir. Listen, Taharka. So are you saying that Grimmillion L is an agent for the Masons?
Brother, I don't know who you are at this point. You was in Fahimi, then you went to the Moors, then you went to the Masons. I don't know who the heck you are.
I'm universal, so I can't be. Look, as a matter of fact, let's talk about Fahimi. Do you know that Noble Drew Ali students, the Cook Bey brothers, were also members of the Bahamian Temple?
What that got to do with 2017 when we got to build this Moorish nation? People would say, now let me say something. People would say that the Moors of that time really didn't know what the prophet bought, and that's why they was demonstrating. But now you're using that to qualify you being all over the place.
Wait. So you say that the Cook Bey brothers, who was taught directly by Noble Drew Ali, didn't know what they was doing?
I'm telling you that it's 2017 and all of our efforts should be backed and supported behind the Prophet Noble Drew Ali to build the paradigm in which he laid the foundation for. That's what I'm saying. That's my opinion.
By the way, the Bahamas believe that Noble Drew Ali is the prophet.
Listen to what I'm saying. I believe all of our efforts, all of our energies, all of our talents, all of our finances should be behind the lessons and teachings and doctrine of Prophet Noble Drew Ali so we can build something for future generations. That's what I believe.
You know why you feel?
Noble Drew Ali was a compiler, brother. He was a compiler of information that already
Brother, did you hear what I just said? I think we need to take what the Prophet Noble Drew Ali brought us, and we need to spend everything in the cause of building it for our people.
And that's your religious.
No, that's my perception of reality.
Yeah, and that's your religious understanding. And basically what you are doing, brother man, is because you have a strong dogmatic stance, you want to enforce that upon me and my brothers and family and friends.
Actually, I don't. Actually, I don't. If you say you're a member of the Moors Lord Temple of America, that's what you actually signed up for.
That's what Ali Bey just said, that the Holy Quran of Mecca says there is no compulsion in Islam.
No, what I'm saying is, if you sign up for the Moors Lord Temple of America, that's what you sign up for, is what I'm saying.
But there's no compulsion in Islam.
Right.
That is not compulsion to build a nation, something for your children, for future generations. If that's the case, the so-called Jews wouldn't have Israel right now because they united together and they rallied behind one cause with the help of other nations, of course. But nevertheless, they have a nation to sleep in tonight.
That Christianity was all right for those who want to go that way. Didn't the prophet say Christianity?
I'm saying you can go wherever you want. But what I'm saying is, when you are part of the, and let me tell you something, that's one of the things that made me really subscribe to the teachings of Way L. And I'm just telling you how it is, because his stance and his defense for the prophet's teachings. Because when I'm talking, that's how Way L used to talk. I don't care what Way L say right now. That's how he used to talk.
No, let me say something. I'm glad you giving some props.
That's how he used to talk, and he can't deny it.
Listen. I'm glad you're giving him props tonight, because this brother has been the foremost scholar of the Moorish world. And that's all these grand chiefs and these members from all around America. That's all they can do is just put dirt on this man's name.
I have never talked bad about that brother. I don't care what he said.
I didn't say, well, actually you did in the Ali's meeting. You said you came on the Ali's men chat group that we used to be in. You came on the show. That brother said, do you acknowledge him as a sheik? You said, yeah, on the show. Went right back in Ali's men chat group box.
That's not true.
Ain't no sheik.
No.
One here talking about this man is one of the greatest.
Let me tell you, no, Grim. There you go, lying, Grim. I said, do you know what I said? I said I will acknowledge him as a sheik if that's what he wants. I never said he ain't no sheik. Never. I would like to. And the only thing I've ever said that I said in private, I will say in public. I said the only thing I don't like about Way L is that he calls names, he gets too worked up, and he calls people out his name. That's why I didn't want him on the show, unless we brief him. And now don't you lie like that, Grim. I never said I wouldn't call him no sheep.
Say something, Ali? I was gonna say it would be great if you could do a little screenshot of exactly what you said in that chat. You ain't got to take, I know brothers is real.
Man, I'm not giving no screenshot of them brothers' chat. Are you insane?
take a screenshot of exactly what you said about Way L.
Bro, I will not take a screenshot of them brothers' chat, of our brothers' chat. If they don't believe me, the heck with it. I don't care. But I would never, if I told you in public that I said I will call you a sheep, if that's what you want, that's what I meant.
No, but I'm saying so that people, I'm saying so that people can see the context, Taharka. This is all of this stuff is about context.
What context do you want to know?
Right.
What context? Ask me what context do you want to know?
I'm saying let the people see the context in which you were speaking so that everybody's clear on it.
What context are you speaking? I'm not going to screenshot a group's chat. That's silly.
No, not the group chat. I'm talking about just what you said in the group chat. So people can say what you say. You could crop out anybody else. You don't got to put nobody else's comment. I'm just saying put what exactly.
Brother, let me tell you something. If my word is not good enough, then that's just what it is. If Way Ill believe that I will say on the show that I will call him a sheep, and then in private I said I'm not going to call him a sheep, if that's what he want to go with it, that's fine with me. I'm not going into that pettiness.
Remember, Taharka, my brother, you got to remember that both me and Ali
like I said, if Way Ill want to believe that, if y'all want to perpetuate that, that's fine.
Taharka, let me. I just want to ask Taharka. I just want to build with Taharka right quick. Just real quick, brother Taharka.
Yes, sir.
I don't think you understand that the position. I want you to hear me out.
I'm gonna hear you, brother.
I never stopped defending Noble Drew Ali. I don't. What you're talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about, beloved. I really don't. But
brother, some of the overtones that was said last night concerning our prophet Noble Drew Ali, you would have never stood for.
And anybody could go back to listen to the show. No, I didn't. You don't think that the position that you're taking right now is what's like? I listened to your conversation with Unc, right? And you gave answers to questions that you were not fully informed about. So instead of, owning up to that, you say, well, I'm not a scholar anyway. And
no, that's not, brother, we talking about a whole nother conversation, brother. I'm not going to go into the conversation where Dr. Ali Bey mopped the stage with you. Leave that alone. I'm not going to go into that. Let's talk about now.
But I was doing.
This between you and I.
Look, this is tactical. This is tactical logical fallacies 101. That's called the red herring.
Yeah. And so I mean, you throw the red herring, and I throw the blue eagle. I mean, and throw the herring out the water. What are you talking about?
Hey, look, let me.
Come on, man.
You know what?
Come on, man.
I'm glad you brought up that.
Man, no, we're not going to get to the debate about how many times Abba took an L, how many times Taharka Bey took an L. Let's stay on track.
Look, listen, really, man, I haven't seen many times where, Brother Way L took an L.
Well, whatever. That ain't the topic. We're not tripping on that. That's not the topic.
Okay, we're going to stay on the topic, but can I say
this is Moors World TV.
brother, man.
And I'm moving around in my chair, Abba. Check it out. And now go do a live. Now go live just like you did after that show and talk crazy.
Look, check this out. I just want to say something about the Ali Muhammad debate.
Man.
The thing, and then I'll get back on the topic. The thing about that is that this brother, was the only look. Y'all know the reason why Ali Muhammad did that? Because if you go back,
did what, brother? What do you mean? Did what? What did he do?
Talk bad about Noble Drew Ali. The reason why this man started talking bad about Noble Drew Ali. The reason why this man talked bad about Noble Drew Ali, if you study all Dr. Ali Muhammad's books, he got nothing but favorable things to say about the prophet, right? He got mad one day because I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ali Bey checked him on a particular historical thing that he couldn't prove.
And in that 5%, it was a 5% group. Abba started a thread about Noble Drew Ali and Marcus Garvey not having enough knowledge to bring our people out as.
Hey, brother Ali Bey, brother, I listened to you last night say y'all prophet.
I'm just giving the context of what happened, what led up to that debate.
We was going through a long conversation, man. This conversation was almost 1,000 comments long. The brother came on and he could not prove his point. He couldn't get around the things that I was saying.
The point of the matter is, I'm gonna tell you in a nutshell. Anybody can go see the debate. The point of the matter is, Ali Muhammad came more prepared and he beat the debate. Period, point blank. Anybody can Google it and go on Facebook. Go on YouTube for themselves. We don't have to get into that.
He didn't win. He didn't win. Only to fools did he win. Who wasn't paying no attention.
Only to fools did he win. That's what y'all was saying last night. Everybody is fools except for y'all. The whole world is fools. I heard Lord Abba last night say every Grand Sheik is a fool except for y'all. No Grand Sheik can touch y'all. There's nobody. As if you know every Grand Sheik in the United States of America. That's how arrogant and foolish y'all sound.
No, check this out.
Hold on, let me talk. Stop. Let me say something.
Hey, L, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
I'm going to keep it 100% true. You understand? This man, you up here talking about how this enemy of the people who has robbed people, sold people, passed out taxes, who has taken people's money, who has told them how he could get them in 6 months to access the money on their birth certificate.
Right.
Foolishness has gotten people thrown in jail.
Right.
You're celebrating this man over your
I'm not celebrating him. I'm calling a spade a spade. If he beat, he beat. I had nothing to do with what he did in the past. If he beat the debate, he beat the debate.
And he didn't. Y'all was listening to the rhetoric and not the information.
If he beat the debate, he beat the debate. Y'all 4 musketeers right here, brother, and y'all gonna side with each other all the way to the end. But listen to this.
Not information. Because if you go back and read the information,
let the people decide.
What better? What people? A whole bunch of ignorant fools.
Everybody's ignorant except for y'all.
Yeah, wait. Let's get back to the.
That's what you called your audience last night. You said if they don't agree with you, they ignorant.
Wait.
If they don't agree with you, they ignorant. Come on, man. Cut it out, man.
Hey, this is
information that you put out.
I think he hung up, man.
I ain't hang up.
Oh.
I ain't hang up.
Wait. Let's get back on topic.
Yeah, come on, brother. Let's keep the comments short. So I gotta respond, brother. You know how I am.
The comment gotta be short. You can talk.
Wait, where L? Where L? Where L? Where L? We got this. We got this. Where L? Calm down. Let's get back on the topic. So the show we did last night. Who are the original Master Masons and Eastern Stars? Right? Why? If I was making deference and giving honors to the Europeans, right? Why would I make the name of the show such if I didn't believe that our people was the origin of this thing? And the thing about it, we also, addressed a lot of comments that a lot of Moors and a lot of conscious community people believe in general about Prince Hall Masons, that they are some kind of spies or traitors of their people, which is really generally an unfair statement. I need everybody to go back and watch that show and see the information how Prince Hall Masons way back in the 1800s was basically talking about Freemasonry had African origins.
Bro, we don't dispute that. I think that's where we wrong. I think that's where you don't get it. I'm not saying, I'm talking in 3 people. I'm not saying that Prince Hall was not a good man. Prince Hall had schools in his house. Prince Hall did a bunch of work.
But see, that's a hearing again. I didn't say that. I'm talking about the African origins. I'm not talking about
the point that I'm making is, for Prince Hall to function under Masonry, he had to go through the European. I'm telling you, in 2017, that's unnecessary. The Prophet brought us everything we need. Go to Kemet.
The first thing about it is, let's talk about Prince Hall going to the Europeans, right? Do you know and truly understand why Prince Hall did what he did?
Let me say this. I don't know, but let me say this real quick. And let me answer to Ali Bey question last night. He said, didn't the prophet go to the Europeans? No, he filed an affidavit.
He also incorporated.
That's right. And because we are part of this, we are part of the system. We are part of it. That ain't asking nobody for nothing. What are you talking about? If I go incorporate my business tomorrow, that's not asking a European for anything.
And that's the hypocritical thing about it.
That's not asking a European. If I go file an affidavit, what am I asking for?
Look, check this out, Taharka. Right? Check this out. Moors,
I'm asking.
Noble Drew Ali told us, right, or whatever, basically to do these things to be a part of the system.
It's our system. Absolutely. It's our system.
He advocated for a unadulterated Americanism. Are we correct? Not only did he fly.
You don't understand the plan of the ages.
Listen.
It's a reason he did that, brother. But I won't divulge. But it's a reason he did that.
I know I read all the same letters from E. Millie L. and all of that stuff that you probably read. But check this out, right? Noble Drew Ali not only flew the red flag with the 5-pointed green star, but he flew the American flag. Is that correct?
And it's a reason why he did that, brother.
Now Moors, and this is another thing that we was going to get into the next show. Moors has been telling people for years, right, that Noble Drew Ali went to Washington, D.C., right? And they've been saying that he got permission from whoever was the president at that time, right, to teach Islamism to blacks, or Moors rather, or the Asiatics. So Moors, basically the point that I'm making to Taharka is that Moors make confusing statements.
But brother, do you think I believe that?
A part of this, listen.
I believe that. You know better than that. So you addressing is stuff that people like cutting down cherry trees and going to get something out the bowl, all that. Come on, brother. Y'all addressing that stuff for attention. Y'all know that stuff that don't weigh a hill of beans in the true sense.
When Elijah Muhammad started the Nation of Islam, right? Did he incorporate?
Say it again.
When Elijah Muhammad started the Nation of Islam, did he incorporate?
I'm not sure, brother. I'm not sure about that.
No, he did not incorporate. And Elijah Muhammad didn't incorporate. He didn't pay these people no money, as far as taxes. And when he died, that's why they came and got all of that stuff from the nation. Now, with that being said, brother, man, Noble Drew Ali was basically following the edicts of the land. So Noble Drew Ali followed the edicts of the land. So what the problem that I have with Moors is that they talk about following the edicts of the land and then turn around when it comes to like Masons and stuff and accuse us of stuff.
Well, but that's not the same, brother.
Listen. It was the Masonic philosophy.
Hey, brother, we getting up down to 10 minutes. Can I ask you a question when you finish?
Okay, it was Masonic philosophy that was founded by our ancestors that brought the United States of America into existence. This philosophy of freedom, equality, and brotherhood brought the principles of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States in existence. And Noble Drew Ali honored the Constitution and said that it was the greatest document ever written. So what the problem is with Masonic philosophy?
Listen to what I'm saying. Once the Prophet Noble Drew Ali laid down the foundation for us to get out of this madness, I don't believe, this is just my opinion. I don't believe, I'm telling you, this is my opinion. I believe that he's a prophet of God. I believe that he has the answer. I believe within his doctrine lies our freedom if we unify around it. I believe he left no stone unturned. I believe that we must work together within the paradigm of the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali to bring it to reality. I don't think we have time other places at this point in time. Not saying that there's not information there. I'm saying I think the prophet of God has it all to bring us up out of here.
Make a statement.
Can I make a statement and ask a question? My statement is, I agree with what you're saying about the prophet, 100%. But my question is, do you think that Prophet Noble Drew Ali was the only possessor of the truth that you found?
No. We know that as Moors. We know that's not so. We know that's not so. But we're saying that, what I'm saying is that he's the last prophet of these days. And all things tends upward towards perfection. And Prophet Noble Drew Ali has the perfection version of salvation for us.
No, that's a dogmatic.
That's what I believe. Prophet Noble Drew Ali is the prophet of God.
You are entitled to that.
Let me ask Wael.
If you believe that religiously, right? Don't come off like you trying to present it in a scholarly way.
No. That's a common sense way. Brother Wael, do you believe that Prophet Noble Drew Ali have all the answers for the redemption of our people here in North America? If you don't believe that, it's okay. But I'm telling you, that's where I stand. And maybe that's where we bump heads, because y'all might don't believe that.
No, he didn't hear your question.
I said, Brother Wael and anybody else who want to answer, do y'all believe that Prophet Noble Drew Ali has the answer for the redemption of our people here in the United States? Yes. That's what I believe.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So and because I believe that and you believe that, why would I want to spend time into maintaining something else when we have something to build here?
Hold on, let me respond to that. Let me respond to this real quick. Prophet Noble Drew Ali came and gave us a foundation, and I spoke on this on the show last night. He gave us a foundation in our Moorish Quran so that we can see it right in chapter 48, where he's speaking about redemption and salvation. And he tells us that there is still much wisdom.
I agree.
The descendants of Africa to learn. So Prophet Noble Drew Ali was basically saying, do not stop here. With the amendment document that some call the 1015, I can't even remember, 5905, the Our Authority Form, etc. The many different names that it has, the prophet says to extend
I agree.
learning in the truth of the great prophet. When you extend something, right? You create like an appendix to it. You add on. You create exegesis out of the religious text and the philosophical text. That which is historical, you add on. We could have went through this whole thing believing that the Moabites were just the people from the Bible. But research shows that the Moabites are a historical.
But we're saying the same thing, brother. My point is, you keep it in a Moorish paradigm.
Taharka, let me answer you, beloved. Let me answer you. So I do believe that the prophet gave us the foundation. He gave us that which we can build upon. So
in the Moorish paradigm.
Anybody else, hold on, Moore, for you or anybody else to say that we need nothing else when the man himself tells us to exist.
Brother, you taking my words out of context.
There is still much more wisdom. It goes to show the state that you represent of the Moorish Science Temple of America and why the movement will not grow. The men of enlightenment you do not attract with your dogmatic view.
Okay, let me say this. In every society, even in Africa right now, they send their children home. And one of the things they say to their children, they send their children to America, to Europe, and all that. And one thing they try to impress their children with is that they bring the information back home. You don't get over there and get married to those people. You don't get over there and get stuck into that. You bring it back home. So my point of the matter is, instead of going into another school of thought and getting stuck right there and thinking that it's have a comparison or equal value as the prophet of God, then you lost your mind. In my book, my thing is that you use the prophet of God as a measuring stick. Hold on, Abba. Just as you said, you build on and you bring it back home and you build on the foundation as laid by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. You don't join something else and get stuck there. You bring it home.
I thought that Noble Drew Ali said, love, truth, peace, freedom.
Absolutely.
Freedom and justice. So
brothers and stuff should have freedom. Can I say something real quick, Brother Taharka? Now we basically, from the most part, come from the same school. We basically are talking about the Moorish condition now, right? And I don't disagree with you about taking the information and bringing it home. I don't disagree with you. But is that not what I've done by writing a book talking about the African origins of this thing? That's one point that I wanted to make, right? And my whole thing is that I was a member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. You know, while I was a Mason, it wasn't like I was like hiding something or whatever. Who was not willing? And I'm trying to find a point at where brothers can see that at least Grimmillion wasn't trying to bring something back to the Moorish Science Temple. You had me on your show, and we basically, for all intents and purposes, come on your show, me and Ali Bey, and we beat Sinetta back into a corner.
But let me say something, Grim, about that, please.
No, I'm not finished. Brother man, so you talk about bringing it back. Who didn't do this? I was bringing it back, right? And dudes was mad at me for bringing it back.
No, I was double back. Brother, you came back and said that I got y'all to help me to do something. Brother, you didn't even realize that I honored and I respected your scholarship. It wasn't about digging me out nothing, because I don't take it that serious as you think I do. You know what I'm saying? This is trying to, and for Abba. In
my scholarship, right? Why, you know what I'm saying? Why would you, number one, violate Act 4 by speaking radical against another organized group, by the way, that not only...
How am I speaking radical?
But one of y'all favorite brothers,
okay,
Bey, is also a Mason.
Hey, how am I speaking radical? Let me. I'm gonna read something to you. Hey, Abba, are you familiar with the precepts of the Moorish God, what the prophet talk about?
I mean, there's many articles.
No. It's something that's in the Moorish God where and I'm going to pull it up and I'll read it to you. It's something where the prophet speaks about telling the truth and how to tell the truth, and I fit that criteria, and I'll read it to you in a minute. But go ahead. You said Brother Sharif is a Mason?
Yeah, I was saying that Brother Sharif Bey is a Mason as well.
Okay.
And nobody had no problem when that brother went up against Brother Reggie and all of his lectures. MST. Nobody got no problem with that.
Brother.
It always seems like
I never
problems with certain, and they got hundreds probably of Masons, active dudes.
Probably so.
All throughout the Moorish Science.
Probably so.
Just because that not probably so, definitely, brother man. And them people go to their meetings, they pay their dues, they believe in their prophet or whatever. And I think this is my contention, Brother Taharka. And I stated this on the show last night. I believe that the mythos, because there is no anti-Masonic references that anybody can attribute to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It just doesn't exist. We even asked Braswell Bey to go in the hot box and produce anything anti-Masonic from that Prophet Noble Drew may have said in any of the letters or any of the minutes in the
That's not what I'm saying.
Nobody could produce anything. So I don't even see why, right? We keep talking about keeping it strictly to the prophet and teaching from the prophet. I don't even understand why this conversation, right, is even happening when nobody can even trace,
brother,
negativity. And as a matter of fact, in the Moorish Guide, since you brought it up, in the Moorish Guide, Noble Drew Ali hosted the Improved Benevolent Protective Order of Elks, which is a
absolutely
African-American secret society. He had no problem with them people. And he went to the convention.
Okay, can I say something? Brother, do you know that was business, right? That was a business arrangement. The catering workers, they had the contract. In today's world, we call them the kitchen workers. That y'all try to say, oh, they was there and they was serving people. Brother, that was a business arrangement. When he was dealing with the Elks, it was a business arrangement. It was not fraternizing. Get it together, brother. Stop it.
Oh, they wasn't fraternizing?
They were still friends, of course.
Listen.
It was a business arrangement. It was a catering service. The Moors had a catering business. Stop mixing apples and oranges.
Oh, okay, Taharka. Well, what about the part in there where when the Elks were coming to town, the Moorish Americans was letting the Elks stay in their houses and living in their own personal houses. That's in the Moorish Guide too.
Hey, brother, why are they still? Brother, let me say something, brother. You are a Mason. If you were my brother, if you disagree with me or whatever, but we cool tomorrow. If you came to Baltimore, you needed a place to stay, you can stay in my house. Has nothing to do with you being a Mason.
Well, let's look up fraternization. What is the word frat?
Oh, here we go. Brother, if I said the wrong word, my fault. I didn't go to the Ivy colleges y'all went to, all right?
So basically...
But listen, you get my point.
I get your point, Taharka. So basically, man, even I made that point to say that, with that being said, matter of fact, there's even an advertisement in the old 1928 Moorish Guides that the business manager had put out saying that that different lodges and groups and chapters were welcome to use Unity Hall.
That's business.
So
it is our duty to be a friend to mankind. It is our interest that man be friendly unto us. I would let them use my temple. I ain't got no problem with that.
The problem is, but let's go back to this, brother Taharka. I said that I've made those points, but the bottom line is that there is no indication in the teachings of Noble Drew Ali of the one jot and tittle of anything anti-Masonic. So why are we even having this show and conversation?
Bro, what I'm saying is, as I said before, did you hear what I just said? I believe that all of our efforts, talent, energies, money should go towards building on the foundation with our Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Well, that is your opinion. You shouldn't take and hump that on.
Why not?
So let's talk about this.
Why not? I'm trying to get people to come together under the paradigm of the Moors Lord Abba and the teaching of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Why not?
So basically, what you are saying in essence, Taharka, is that people who come to the Moorish Science Temple are so inept and so destitute that they can't build the Moorish Science Temple of America up to its greatest example and then participate in other aspects of their life.
No. What I'm saying is that we can get the information from anywhere and we can bring it back. We don't have to get there and get stuck and hold them up on a pedestal as if, or on an edifice as if that they are the light of the world when we are visited by an enlightened prophet.
People, why you think I've done that? Why you think I'm in the state that I'm in right now, brother, man? Because people didn't appreciate that. You know what?
What you mean, brother? So listen. So one of my things was this. If you say people don't appreciate it, so you let people run you away from trying to do something within the paradigm of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali because they didn't appreciate it?
No,
that's what you're telling me?
No, first of all, nothing's on. Yeah, first of all, I didn't let no people run me away, right?
That's what you said, that people didn't appreciate it.
Man, what my situation and condition is right now is the fact that this movement, being in the totality of the population of people of African descent in this country, the Moorish Americans consist of a small percentage of that population. And with the small percentage of people of us in this population, there's too many evil, hateful, crime-filled, murderous people in this movement to be so few of us. That's what I'm sick of.
Well, fix it.
Grand Sheik.
Fix it.
I'm sick of the Grand Sheik.
Fix it.
I'm sick of the Grand Sheik who goes to visit his subordinate Grand Sheiks. A Supreme Grand Sheik who goes to visit his subordinate temple in Virginia and then get one of the members pregnant while he married.
Brother.
And walking around like he's a goddamn bully. Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Walking around like he's a bully over the whole Moorish Science Temple. I'm tired of a Supreme Grand Sheik. Listen. I'm tired of a Supreme Grand Sheik, right, who walks around and everybody know he's a closet homosexual and a child molester.
Come on, brother. That's what I'm saying. That's okay.
Listen.
That's okay, brother. But that doesn't fix anything. Fix it. You become the Grand Sheik and don't do that then. How about that?
It doesn't.
Won't you become the Grand Sheik and fix that? Why don't you because this is the part I don't like. people complain, but then they run away. But if this is your divine prophets movement, then you fix it. Who cares about what you're saying about a homosexual? Who cares what you're saying about getting somebody pregnant? Stop being so weak and fix it.
So
fix it.
People, right, who tried to fix.
No, you fix it.
So what?
Man, you fix it, man.
I tried.
Stop running away. You fix it.
You could call me. Yeah, Noble Drew Eileen even fixed it.
Well, you fix it then.
You ever read the 1928 minutes?
Brother, y'all want to too much complaining, man. That's the part I don't like, man. You said Noble Drew Ali didn't fix it. He laid the foundation. It wasn't for his job to go any further than what he did. He laid the foundation, and now it's up to us to build it. And that means we have to conquer anything that we up against.
So you think what you doing right now?
He wasn't trying to fix nothing, Ali Bey. He laid the foundation. He fixed what he could in his time. He addressed what he could in his time, but it's up to us.
So now you gotta ask him like some other Moors we trying to ask us. You think you smarter than?
No, I'm smarter than you because I'm not going nowhere, and I'll give my life to try to fix it. I'm smarter than you because you ain't never been to no temple, so because you don't have the backbone to stand up.
Hey, Taharka, it's all good, bro. We love you, man. We love you.
You ain't got the backbone. I thought Way Ill had some backbone. I can disagree with Way Ill all day, but I thought he had some backbone. But once he started talking about how a star mean Lucifer, he done went to the left too.
What the prophet can't fix, brother?
Brother, you said the prophet can't fix. Brother, y'all don't even know the design. Y'all don't even know the design. Look at y'all, what the prophet can't fix. He's a prophet of God. Man, y'all done lost. Hey, are we still slaves in 2017? They say a prophet of God can't fix something. Do you hear it, people? Do you hear it?
Oh, Taharka, check this out, brother, man. So you think that you go fix all of those problems?
You know what I'm going to do, brother?
Right now?
I'm going to do like this, brother. I'm not going to let y'all sit up here. I'm not going to let y'all sit up here and talk about the prophet can't fix something and then call him a prophet of God in the same breath. I'm not going to sit up here and let y'all throw sneak disses in about the prophet Noble Drew Ali. So with that, brother, I'm going to leave this alone.
28 minutes.
Nah, brother, I'm going to leave that alone because y'all sneak dissing prophet Noble Drew Ali saying the prophet can't fix something.
No, we not.
No. Did you just not, did somebody just say the prophet can't fix something?
You talking about Jesus? You talking about my Jesus? You doing the same thing Christians did.
No, what I'm doing is y'all don't understand what a prophet is. Y'all don't understand what a prophet is. So of course y'all think that the prophet's supposed to fix something that wasn't even broke. So of course.
I know what a prophet is. I read I didn't heard the 1928 minutes. I know exactly what a prophet is.
All right, well, I'm going to leave it at that, brother, because we ain't going to never get into this. Y'all can go on the show and go with me tomorrow, go on me tomorrow, the next day and the next day. I'm done with it from here. I'm going to dedicate the rest of my life to uniting Moors. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to dedicate my life to uniting Moors under the paradigm of the prophet Noble Drew Ali, and that's it.
How come Ali's men now don't come on that show no more if you uniting people?
You have to ask Ali's men. All I got to do is pick up the phone if I want him on the show. Yeah. If I want him on the show, all I got to do is pick up the phone. Why?
You know what I'm saying, brother, man? The reason why me and Ali is not.
Anyway, I'm going to cut the brothers off because at this point, the brothers want to get real reckless. When you start talking about that the prophet Noble Drew Ali can't fix something, that always showed you that you have lost confidence in your prophet. So you must turn in your button seats, wearing your fez and turban, and return back to the state where the prophet found you. So that was the symbolic thing of where's your fez. Because when people say things like that, you know, whether you are a Moorish American or not, you can recognize when somebody have respect for their leader. You can recognize when somebody have respect for their doctrine. And most importantly, you can recognize when somebody have respect for their prophet. And when a person says, when a person says that you don't, The prophet couldn't fix something. That means they don't understand. And then Lord Abba would sit and listen to that. When Lord Abba, he gave throughout the years, he gave some indication that he knew how this worked. If he didn't, he wouldn't have fought on the front line so many times for it. Oh yeah, he took a couple L's. He took quite a few L's. So it is what it is. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on, and I'm not going to mention them no more. I'm not going to mention them no more. And I'm telling you. So what's today? Today is Monday? Tuesday. Tomorrow, family, we are doing a show about, and I apologize because we're going to get back to this. Let's examine. We're going to get back to that on Wednesday. But tomorrow, we're going to have my good brother. My good brother. Y'all going to like this one. We're going to have my good brother Ishmael Bey here tomorrow. And we're going to talk about the Moorish Orthodox Church. We're going to move forward, family. Let me first say this. Let me first say this, family. First and foremost, I rise. Give praise to the great God Allah. Give honor to his noble, illustrious prophet. Secondly, I like to say, if I have offended anybody, I ask for your forgiveness. If I seemed a bit too passionate, too worked up, and it didn't come off right, that's me. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a humble man. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a wise man. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali desired you and I unity, our unity. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali desired us to work together, something together. Everything that the prophet did was for the benefit of the Moors in relation to the Moorish Science Temple of America. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali did all the things that was necessary to pick us up and to raise us up. And my only argument is that we must imitate that. We must dedicate all of our energies, everything we got, to building the paradigm as laid out by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. That's the only thing I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm saying. Now, if people want to say I make the Moor look like a cult, you can say what you want, but I want little schools for the next generation. I want grocery stores that ain't got that injected food in it. You know, so if I got to go and out here on the highways and byways, I'm inshallah, I'm gonna be in North Carolina, and North Carolina, I'll be there in April, inshallah. I'm going to be in Atlanta probably before that. I'm going to be in Chicago in March. I'm going to inspire people to build something. I'm not worried about being a scholar. I'm worried about being a master builder. And I ain't talking about Masonic master builder. I'm talking about hands dirty. I got confidence that if you build it, they gonna come. So we're gonna build it. So again, I apologize if I offended anybody, but that just had to be addressed. That had to be addressed. You know, it is what it is. I had to do what I had to do, and now we're gonna move on and we're gonna keep on building. I'm gonna tell you that if people don't like how I'm going to present the information, it's okay. There's no need to call names. Like the brother called me a 400 idiots, called me all of these crazy names. And it just took from the show, because I was actually watching the show to see where the brother would stand and defend his stance. It never happened. But it's okay. It's okay. We good. What we're going to do is we're going to move on. We're going to talk about the Moorish Orthodox Church tomorrow. After that, family, I hope y'all here. I hope y'all here, family. Ishmael Bey, Islam. I hope y'all here, family. We're going to leave all that mess alone, because they have already, when they start saying y'all prophet and the prophet couldn't fix nothing and all of that stuff, that only meant that they lost confidence in the prophet. He said, I'm going to fix something. What, you going to fix something the prophet couldn't fix? I don't care what you follow. If you follow Jesus or if you follow Prophet Muhammad, there's nowhere in the world that a faithful follower would say something like that. There's nowhere in the world that a faithful follower of Prophet Muhammad said, Prophet Muhammad. There's nowhere in the world. There's nowhere in the world somebody can say something like that. That's why I hung up the phone, because it's going into another place. There's nowhere in the world. I don't care if you follow Ra, if you understand the Kemetic science, if you follow Jesus, if you follow Moses, if you follow whoever. There's no way in the world that you would say something like this, brother. Those brothers said tonight and laugh, said that I'm trying to fix something that the prophet couldn't fix. They lost their confidence. They lost their confidence. That's why I had the flyer with the fez off, because the prophet says, take off your fez. It is what it is. So, and then after me and my brother Ishmael Bey goes in, after me and my brother Ishmael Bey goes in, we also Amari Moore, you up out of here, brother. You don't know what a teacher is. Everybody don't teach the same. You up out of here, brother. Yeah. Anyway, I'm telling you, I'm blocking all antagonists. I'm telling you, the prophet teaches about antagonists. So the next thing we're going to do is on Wednesday, because we got to show tomorrow, and then on Wednesday. This is for the people that are spiritual. This is for the people that want to raise their thoughts to infinite wisdom. We are going to be going in the chapter. Oh man, y'all want to see this? Because this ain't all of that stuff. This ain't all of that stuff what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about know thyself. I got me and a brother, a sheik. He gonna be on the show on Wednesday, and the chapter start off like this. Let me give you a piece of what it is. Let me give you a piece of what it is that we're gonna be talking about. Give me 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick. I gotta give you a piece of what we gonna be talking about on Wednesday. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna be talking about the Moorish Orthodox Church. If you're not familiar with that, we are going to be going in on that. Me and the good brother Ishmael Bey. I see him in the chat. Peace and love, family. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. But let me show you what we're going to be talking about on Wednesday. Because every Wednesday, from now on, we're going to go into the Moorish doctrine. So we don't get caught up in all of this back and forth nonsense. We want to get our lower self in order. You know, we want to get ourselves in order to the point where we can uplift one another. See, the prophet came with a divine plan for the ages. So we're going to go up with this one. So the chapter is, we're going to be going there. We're going to break it down. Let me split screen real quick and get up out of here and just give y'all a little dorm. All right. So the chapter is know thyself.